thanks everybody for coming, and obviously we won't take up too much of your time because I know this is a big weekend for Dabo and the football program, but Dabo and I have got a couple things in common. One is that we've got 4-letter first names, Mike and Dabo. The second thing is that we've got 4 games to play for a national championship, both of us. And I think that the excellence that the Clemson athletic programs have shown this year starts at the top, obviously, with our football program and what Dabo's, and the culture Dabo's been able to establish. But I think it goes all the way through the whole athletic program. And I think that if you come out this Sunday, you'll see that again. Our program right now is 16-2-2. We're the second-rated team. And Dabo said to me the other day, we were at a Thanksgiving lunch the other day, and he goes, "What's wrong with you?" And I looked at him and I said, "What do you mean what's wrong?" He goes, "Number 2. So what's up with that? And I said, "Dabo, but you haven't checked the dance rankings. In the coach dance rankings, I'm number 1 and you're number 2. But you guys haven't seen us in our locker room. So this Sunday, what we'd like, if you guys can help us out, is we'd like to pack Riggs Field like we did last year in this round. Last year, we lost in this round to the University of North Carolina. We're playing a very, very good Santa Barbara team, a Santa Barbara team that won the College Cup in 2006, was in the Final Four in 2004. But the atmosphere that's been created throughout the run that the football program's had here in Death Valley, we'd like to recreate that over at Riggs Field this Sunday. And with your help, letting people know about the game, 6 o'clock on Sunday, when the game comes down to the wire, like the Notre Dame game came, like the fourth quarter of the Florida State game, that's when the Riggs faithful and the Clemson support is really going to be the most important for our team. We've got a really exciting team. We've scored 48 goals so far this year. We're going to try and get over 50. Which is saying a lot in 20 games. Averaging 3 goals a game is, or a little over 2.5 goals a game is fantastic. So hopefully, we'll have a lot of success on Sunday. And then the great part of being the number 2 seed is that the following Sunday we'll be back for the quarterfinals right here at Riggs Field. Obviously, we've won 2 national championships in the soccer program. We're trying to win a 3rd. And if we win our 4 games, we'll have our 3rd before Dabo gets their 2nd.
Would the next one be Sunday or Friday?
It'll be, I'm sorry, Tim, it's the following Friday. That's right, it'll be, so it's this Sunday, and then the following Friday would be the quarterfinals. But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. There's a very talented, very athletic UC Santa Barbara team that we're going to have to get through on Sunday.
Question, can you talk about the health of your team?
We're getting healthier. We've had a couple guys out. Kyle Fisher, the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, has not played over the past 3 weeks, the last 4 games. He's getting healthier. We're not sure whether he'll be ready for this week, but we're hoping to have him if we can get to the quarterfinals. Diego Campos, very talented striker, sophomore striker, didn't play in the first round against Elon. He also is getting healthier, and we're hoping to possibly have him this week. Again, we'll know a little bit more later on in the week. Aaron Jones, who was out for about half the season, played about 65 minutes on Sunday. We've got to get him up to full fitness. There was a little rust there, but he had a nice 60 minutes the other night, so we're getting better. Marique Hill had a broken foot, and he played a little bit the other night as well. So we're getting stronger, and hopefully we can continue to do that as the tournament goes on.
Someone described this team to me as gritty the other day. Where did that come from?
Well, I think it's again, it comes from the culture of the group. A gritty team, is a team that usually can find ways to win games. And if you look over the course of the last couple years, the Clemson soccer programs found ways to win games. Last year, the ACC title game is a great example of that. They never quit, and I think that comes also from the leadership within the team. Our captain, Senior Paul Close, who was the ACC Midfielder of the Year, Andrew Tarbell, our goalkeeper, who's outstanding, and Kyle Fisher, are those type of people. I mean, Kyle's from, Wren High School in Easley, South Carolina, and I tell you what, I thought I was going to redshirt him. I thought he was going to be a part-time player on our team when we first recruited him, and all that kid does is work and work and work. Now he's the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, and all the MLS teams are talking about him.
You scored 5 goals in your last game. What is that sort of momentum does that provide going forward? Because you look at the scores from these NCAA tournament games, and there aren't a lot of teams scoring that many times in one game.
Yeah, I think that, again, sometimes the bounces go the right way. And I think in a couple of goals the other night, they did go the right way. But our first 2 goals were as good as you're going to see any place, anywhere. It's a great 3-pass movement up the left-hand side that TJ Kasner finished. And then Talis Moreno took a shot from about 35 yards out that the goalkeeper turned his head by the time it was in the back of the net. So, I think we're an attacking team. We're an expansive team. We're an exciting team to watch. And I just think that's kind of been the MO of the team is that, we talk about being relentless. We talk about being ruthless. And I think we've been resilient with the injuries. I think we're starting to get to the point where we're relentless with teams in terms of the way that we're playing. But I think that on Sunday, we wanted to finish that off with the third R, and I think we were pretty ruthless with the Elon game on Sunday. So we're hoping to carry that through.
Coach, a lot of people talk about Dabo and how they turned the program around here, but talk about the job you guys have done and your staff of really just turning that program around too and putting Clemson back to where it was. Well,
first it starts with a supportive administration, and we've got that here. Obviously, from the top down, all of our programs are being supported at a level that we can, recruit what we need to and bring people into Clemson. But in order to do that, you've got to have great people out on the road. And my 2 assistant coaches, Liam Kern and our recruiting coordinator, Phil Jones, they're just fantastic. They're again relentless. They're resilient and they're tireless when it comes to the recruiting world. And everybody knows them. They know everybody. We've had great success with some of our alums that are out there who are coaches now. Down at Mount Verde Academy down in Florida is a place where we've had some kids come out of. And Mike Potempa, who was an academic and an on-field All-American, is the coach down there. And he's been helpful. Chris Martinez out in Colorado got us a couple players. So it's networking there, but it comes down to the grittiness too, and the grittiness of being willing to put the time and the effort in to do what we do, and I think that our staff does that, and we're very, very thankful of everything that is Clemson athletics that makes it a little bit easier for us.
Coach, thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks everybody. Hope to see you Sunday.